Home is with you wherever that may be.
Now that we've arrived here, I would not change a thing. Knew that we'd survive here and all the goodness we would bring. Of this I sing. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming.
Taking the good with the ups and downs. I wanna see how the world turns round. Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be. Home is with you wherever that may be.
Now that we've arrived here, I would not change a thing. Knew that we'd survive here and all the goodness we would bring. Of this I sing. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming.
Taking the good with the ups and downs. I wanna see how the world turns round. Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be. Home is with you wherever that may be.
Now that we've arrived here, I would not change a thing. Knew that we'd survive here and all the goodness we would bring. Of this I sing. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming.
and downs. I wanna see how the world turns round. Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be. Home is with you wherever that may be.
Now that we've arrived here, I would not change a thing. Knew that we'd survive here and all the goodness we would bring. Of this I sing. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming.
Yeah. Okay, good morning, councillors, and welcome. We have our special council meeting that's been called this morning. I'll open the meeting and I'll start by acknowledgement to country. I'll acknowledge that we meet on the traditional custodians on the land in which we meet today, the Darumbal people, and pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. I extend that respect to our neighbouring Aboriginal peoples within our local government area, the Gungaloo Nation people, the Barada, Kabbulbara and Yeddamarala people. I also acknowledge that the Torres Strait Islander people whose land is in the Torres Straits but who live and work on Aboriginal land. Thanks very much, councillors. Present, we have in attendance councillors. We also have apologies and leave of absence from Councillor Cherie Rutherford and Councillor Grant Mathers, who both apologies for this morning's meeting. Councillors, item 4, declarations in matters on the agenda. Oh, sorry, and my leave of absence, councillors. I've come to the hernia situation and booked in to have some surgery next Tuesday. So I'll apply for Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday next week if I could get a mover and a seconder for those 3 days. Moved Councillor Fisher and seconded Councillor Latcham. Councillors, I'll put that. Those in favour? Opposed? Probably not much choice in that one, unfortunately, but thanks very much for that. So I'll hand over to Councillor Fisher when that time's available. I was thought you'd get a little chuckle out of that one, Councillor, but that said, we'll move on to declarations in matters on the agenda. Councillors, no declarations. Move on to item 5, business outstanding, lifting matters from the table. Councillors, this is one matter that laid on the table, and a report to be dealt with this morning, that the following matter be lifted from the table and dealt with accordingly, and that's the financial sustainability and budgetary issues. Councillors, I might, with your approval, leave that matter and adjourn the meeting and have that, because we haven't got our full complement, and it's important that we have all the councillors in on this discussions, and adjourn the meeting until Monday, this coming Monday, to be able to deal with that. The other councillors that apologies this morning have asked if we could do that because they believe they need to be here while we're doing those discussions. So, so we'll deal with the other matters today on the council table. We'll adjourn the meeting and deal with this item 5.1.
Mr. Mayor, probably if I could, it'd be best if you're going to go down to an adjournment, you would actually lift this matter up off the table, and when you come to whatever the section is 6.1, then make a call on what you want to do there. Okay, righto. Well, Councillor, I'll seek a mover and a second that we lift the matter off the table. Councillor Kirkland and seconded Councillor Smith. I'll put that. Those in favour? Motion's carried. Thank you. Do we? Okay. Well, no. We'll put that in another. And we'll move on, councillors. As I said, we'll deal with that matter as we go later into the agenda. But we'll move on to officers' report 6.1, the council decision-making structure. So, put a hand over to you, Ross, and walk us through that one, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Morning, councillors. This report before you is something that we have had some very minor discussions about, but it's something that's been thinking about for a long time. Is readjusting our portfolio information session briefing schedules. The schedule we have set for 22 is quite intensive, even though it does blend a lot of formal and informal meetings together. As we're now hitting 2022, we have found that there's a lot more issues probably on our plate, councillor's plate, than was probably thought of back in September when we adopted this schedule. So what we've put together a couple of options, Mr. Mayor, but we have recommended an option there. But one of the outcomes of it is really for council to look at more on the strategy, look at strategic outcomes, advocacy more on the behalf of the region, and communicating with the community as well. We want to focus on those bigger issues as well as some of the other things that we are working through. As we know, we have issues to work around, the certified agreement negotiations, the Mount Morgan Waters, Northern Suburbs, and COVID-19 issues are just to name some of the issues that we're dealing with as well as the program. So to try and make better use of councillors' time and officers as well, rather than being in here so much, when we do come together, it's working together more on those issues we mentioned just before. Mr. Mayor, I have recommended that we go to a formal committee structure. The last thing we want to do is take away the importance of the portfolio structure. It's quite important. Our reference to that is that we would really like, and I know the portfolio councillors do work now with managers and general managers, but to really focus in on that for their day-to-day operations, to really have that, where it's, if there does need more or further, or there are specific items, that can be, dealt with through that issue as well. So the recommendation now, I've put to our draft terms of reference there as well, Mr. Mayor, for both the committees that we recommend, and I'm not sure whether I haven't gone into the other options. The other options, Mr. Mayor, are not having, one's leaving it as it is, the other one is not having a committee structure at all, just having council and a strategic workshop every week. I'm not sure if that would be as successful, but I'm sure we can make it work. So they're the key points. I won't ramble on too much more about the report, Mr. Mayor. What's in there, it's pretty well laid out, but I'm happy to take any questions and evaluate a bit more if we go through, if we like. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Ross. Thanks for the report. Councillors, any questions to Ross on that one? I think we've spoken about it at the workshop. I'm just keen to hear if there's any councillors' issues there. Councillor Wickerson.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Mayor. I think when we chatted about the other day, when we're looking at having a more strategic meeting, initially at least while we get through our current situation, and then look at some formal model of standing committees after that, I thought that was our discussion. In any case, I think when I don't mind the look of the two standing committees as we've got there, but I wouldn't mind, like we did when we got rid of committees the first time, to maybe come back at a set period of time and review that. There's not that check and balance in there.
And that's the thing that I was thinking, councillor, when maybe we, after the budget's handed down, then we do a review of the structure and see how successful it's been, if it's like a trial, and see if that's needs any work on that.
So,
Is that appropriate, councillor? Yeah. Councillor Fisher, Deputy Mayor, and then Councillor Smith. Councillor Fisher?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I was actually going to ask for a third dot point on that same line, that a review be conducted. I was going to say after 4 months, which would be around about that time that you've just sort of said. So I'm happy to either set a timeline or after the budget.
Just nominate July 2022?
Yeah, after
That's pretty well covered it.
the budget's delivered,
Yep.
the July period, I think should be sufficient, councillor. I think we'll aim for that as a target. Councillor Smith, was that all, councillor?
That was it, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Mr Mayor. Mine's probably just a comment that I think anything that makes us as a board of directors more efficient, like our operations, is good. And I think you've picked the two, like communities, that's our community, and everything they use, and infrastructure's like 90% of people drive on a road nearly every day. So I think that's the two important ones, to be, you know, yourself as chair and the whole council involved.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great idea. So I'm
think
really in
it's
favour of it.
You're right, I think it's a better use of our time and officers' time as well. Councillors, if there be no further questions, could I seek a mover and a seconder with regards to that one? Move Councillor Smith, seconded Councillor Kirkland. I'll put that. Those in favour? Opposed? Motion's carried unanimously. Councillors, so we might, we'll go back to that other item, if that's okay. We don't need to move into closed session on this one, Evan. We'll just leave that one.
Yeah, it's really up to the council, Mr Mayor, what they want to do here, whether they deal with the matter or not deal with, or adjourn the matter to next week. Any procedural motion is just a mover, no debate, straight to it. So.
Okay, councillor, I'll test the water. I'll move that we adjourn the budgetary component of this meeting until Monday. Let's look at the date. Sorry. Oh, sorry, the Monday, the 7th of February at 9 a.m. And seek a seconder. Seconded Councillor Fisher. Sorry. Well, procedural don't need it, just I'll move that. Well, I'll put that. Councillors, those in favour? Those opposed? Motion's carried, thank you. Councillors, if there be no further items on the agenda, I'll close the meeting. Yep, close the meeting, thank you. Thanks, councillors.
Now that we've arrived here, I would not change a thing. Knew that we'd survive here and all the goodness we would bring. Of this I sing. Everybody